Hi all. Okay, I've got a computer here I want to install Windows Server 2016 on. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up. Pop open the disk. I'll put the disk in. Okay, so it didn't boot the disk. So I'll do Control Alt Delete and then I'll sign in. So this trial of Windows Server 2016 expired. So now I want to install the new one. See, this is Technical Preview 4. I was hoping it would boot right to the disk. Pop the disk out, put it back in, see if it starts up. See here, this is the error message from the old trial. Okay, here's the disk, and I'm going to say run setup.exe. See right here it says run setup. And we don't need to see the server manager. If that didn't pop up, I would have just gone to the DVD and clicked setup. It runs you through a few steps. I'm not going to download the updates now. That'll really slow things down because I've got slow internet. So I'll click next. I think they recommend getting the updates before installing the new one, but I've never had good luck with that. So there's actually 4 versions here: standard evaluation desktop, data center and data center desktop. So I'm going to go standard evaluation desktop. So this option is useful when a GUI is required. For example, to provide backward compatibility for an application that cannot be run on server core. All server roles and features are supported. For more details, see Windows Server installation. So this one must just be the core. This option recommended reduces management and servicing by installing only what is needed to run most server role applications. It does not include a GUI, but you can fully manage the server locally or remotely with Windows PowerShell or other tools. For more details, see Windows Server installation options. So, you run it off the command line. So I think for most of us, we install the GUI version so it looks like a normal computer desktop. So click Next. Read through the license. It would be nice if they had a way to print this from here or save it as a text file or something, Click Accept. Keep personal files? No, keep nothing. So that's what I want to do. I want to wipe the computer clean and then install the new version. Click Next. Yes, I am sure. They're just double checking with you there to make sure you want to wipe everything. And it's just checking with you again. Install Windows Server, desktop, and keep nothing. Yes, install. So what it does is, see, it's running from RAM now, and then it installs some of the files to your hard drive. Then it reboots from the hard drive like a computer normally does, and then finishes the installation from there because it runs faster. The install runs faster. So this will probably take a good hour. It's an i7 computer, second generation, but it still takes a while to install this. Okay, so it's finished installing that part. It jumped from like 75% to this part in like a minute. So I was hoping to catch it. So you gotta be careful with these because they try to sneak things past you here. So don't just click through these on with the next button. So United States, yes. English, yes. US, yes. And then let's check this out here. Okay, so that was nothing. Now we'll click next. Software license, read through the license. I'm pretty sure they put a text file or a Word file with this in the server so you can read it later. And click accept. Here they want you to enter an administrator password. Make it easy to remember, because if you type something too odd, it gets to be a pain to log in and actually experiment with the software. Okay, so here's Windows Server. It's just a splash screen that they throw up. So hold Control and Alt down, and then hit the delete key. Brings you to the password page. Okay, this strange picture here, that's actually the desktop graphic. So I'm going to right click on that. Here it's saying, do you want to allow your PC to be discovered by other PCs and devices on this network? We recommend allowing this on your home and work networks, but not public ones. So what they're saying here, do you want to allow your PC to be discoverable by other PCs and devices on your network? So this is a server. I want to be able to connect to it from my other computers, so I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And it automatically started up the server manager. Server manager is like the main area that you go to do maintenance. Okay, so what I was doing before was I'm going to right click on the desktop and go down to personalize, and then here I can change the colors. So background, here they're saying picture, I'm going to go with a solid color, and I always like a gray, so I'm going to choose that. And that's usually the only thing I change. You can choose a different picture for your lock screen. Picture, slideshow. So I'm going to choose, they only give you a couple choices. You could upload a picture here too. I don't have anything on the computer yet though, right? But this is where you would change it. This is where you can, when your computer starts up, before you log in, you can pick and choose what shows up on your lock screen. So you can see if you have any new emails without even logging in. So that's all I'm going to do for now. Show more tiles, off on. Show most used apps, off on. Show recently added apps, off on. You know, if you want to turn these off and on, you just click these back and forth. For now, I'm just going to go with the defaults. Taskbar, you can change up how your taskbar is displayed. I'm going to go ahead and keep the defaults for now. Okay, and I'm just going to X out of that. I'm kind of old-fashioned, so I'm going to go back to personalize, themes, desktop settings, and I'm going to go ahead and put check marks here, and that way I get to see these files on my desktop, especially the control panel. Then I don't have to hunt and peck for that all the time. Okay, so now it basically looks like XP, right? Except for a fancy start menu. Sniping tool is really cool if you haven't gotten into that yet. Paint, I use Paint all the time, and Notepad, so see how they stuck these at the top. So there's Server Manager. If you want to start up Server Manager, they also put it here. They put PowerShell here, PowerShell ISE. I have a couple videos on PowerShell. It shows you how to start using these things, and we'll definitely do more on them. Here's the folders. Windows accessories, Windows administration tools. So if you're getting into Windows Server, you should have a good idea what most of these do. You know, you may not be an expert on all of them, but if a problem comes up or a topic comes up, you should have a general idea on how to get started. Ease of use. Here's PowerShell. It used to be you had to go out and install PowerShell, but now it's installed with the servers. Here's the command prompt. I'm going to go ahead and right click that and pin to start screen. Run, pin to start. This PC, that's on the desktop. Administrative tools, Windows Defender. Let's go ahead and pin that to start so we can check that out later. File Explorer. Here's the firewall. Local security policies. Microsoft Azure services. Defrag. Steps recorder. Math input panel. Settings, server manager. Okay, let's check out these settings. Okay, that's kind of like a fancy control panel. So you can see there, after you get past the first couple clicks, it basically brings you to the pop-ups that you're used to seeing. So they usually don't change these much. It's just a matter of getting through all this fancy stuff they add on top of it. They make it easy to change your display. Something I bumped into in college, teaching college, kids would flip the screen. So the person after them would come in and the computer would be upside down. So schools had to start locking this up. Okay, so here it says when plugged in, turn off after. I'm going to go 45 minutes. Turn the screen off after 45 minutes. Choose when to turn off the display. Advanced power settings. So you can set this up so your hard drive doesn't turn off. I used to do that, but it looked different. I don't know if I want to mess with this one, because if your hard drive goes to sleep, then every time you mess around with it, you got to hit a couple keys and get it to wake up before you can actually do something, and it gets to be a pain. So turn off hard drive after how many minutes? I'm going to say if I don't touch it for, let's say, 20 minutes, then I'm gone, right? I'm out walking around doing something else. I got sidetracked. So if I'm reading this right, turn off hard drive after 20 minutes. I think I used to set that to an hour, but that's probably why I went through a lot of hard drives, because they ran a lot. So I'll click apply, click OK. Right click on the Windows icon here at the bottom, go shut down, choose shut down here, and now it's saying why do you want to shut it down, and they're asking that because usually with a server you never turn them off. So I'm just going to say that there's all types of excuses here. You can really say anything, this is just logged into the logbook on the computer. So I'm going to say hardware maintenance plan and click continue, and it shuts everything down for you. But don't just pull out the plug, don't just press the button in, because it may damage the software and it may not work next time. Usually it would be okay. I think I've only had it damaged one time. So. Okay, so I think that's good for this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.